Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a fun review, demo, first impressions of some new face products from Kiss New York. I don't think I've ever actually reviewed any Kiss products here on my YouTube channel. I have done a few tutorials over on my Instagram page, but I think that this is the first time I'm talking about Kiss. So for anybody who doesn't know about this brand, it is a drugstore brand. You can find them at Rexall and London Drugs. To my knowledge, that's the only two places, and of course online. I am an absolute fan of their eyeshadows and their lip products, but this is the first time that I'm ever trying any face products. So very, very excited. They launched 4 new products. So we have a foundation, powder, concealer, and a highlighter. So I'm going to be diving into all 4 of these products today and doing a first impression and review. The majority of the video I feel is going to be around the foundation, but we'll see. So let's just jump right in. So the first product is the foundation. This is their Pro Touch Liquid Foundation. It goes for $9.99 Canadian and comes in 8 shades. So I don't want to start this on a negative note, but 8 shades is very, very scary low. That being said, I have seen quite a few times with drugstore products that they kind of launch it and then add to the collection as they go. So hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll see a few more shades get into this line, especially if it's a good one. We're going to want some more. But nonetheless, I have all 8 shades here today, so I'll swatch all of those and determine which one, hopefully we find one, is the best color match for me, or the closest color match at least. But I just wanted to talk about the packaging really quick. So this is what the foundation packaging looks like. It's just a really nice bottle. I really love this little cute detail. It just has a K for Kiss, obviously. The best part is that it does have a pump, which is really awesome. But yeah, this is the packaging. You can kind of see through it as well, so you can kind of figure out your shade while you're in the store. So this one here is 110 Porcelain. And as you guys can see, it's quite light on me, so definitely not my shade for this guy. Next, we have 115 Natural Ivory. You can definitely tell that this one has this one definitely has quite the pink undertone to it. Next, we have 120 Ivory. Oh my god, my swatches are so beautiful. Wow. Next, we have 125 Classic Ivory. So you can kind of see the trend with all these 8 shades. Super versatile. They're starting, like the top ones are starting to dry, and you can see that they're not oxidizing yet. It'll be really interesting to see if they do oxidize. Next, we have 135 Nude Beige. Oh, that definitely might be the color for me. Next, we have 140 Warm Nude. They really do take a long time to like pump. Now that I'm seeing Warm Nude underneath Nude Beige, I'm thinking Warm Nude is more my shade, because you can tell that Nude Beige is definitely a little bit more pink than Warm Beige, so I'm thinking Warm Beige might be the better option for me. Next, we have Natural Beige, 210. And last, we have 215 Soft Tan. Oh man. Okay, so as you guys can see, these are quite similar. I mean, now that we have Soft Tan on, the Classic Ivory, or what is it, Porcelain? Porcelain does look quite light, so it's not... I feel like they need another 8 shades below this. But anyways, these are the 8 shades here in the line. I'm going to go ahead and try out Nude Beige and Warm Beige on my actual face and see how they swatch on there. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know I'm not the best at swatching. This is 135 Nude Beige. This is the one that's a little bit more pink tone. So I'm just going to take kind of like a concealer brush and just kind of work that on my cheek area. So that's actually not bad of a color match for me, I don't think. So this is 140 Warm Beige right next to it. I think that this definitely goes a lot better with my undertone. Yeah, I hope you guys can really even get a sense of what this looks like. I'm gonna go ahead in with 140 Warm Beige. I think that the 135 is just a smidgen too pink. So if you are similar to my shade, I'm about an NC 25-30. Definitely go for Warm Nude. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the back of my hand. I've got one pump here, and I'm gonna dot it on one side of the face. That is like more than enough. And I'm actually gonna take, this is like an e.l.f. 103 brush. I've really been liking it for buffing out foundation. It just gives like a really nice, like flawless finish to it without looking too intense. Whoa. That's pretty nice coverage. Ooh, and the color match is actually really great. Okay, off to a good start. This is great. I've really, really been liking this brush. I've been using it all week. And it just, I don't know, it's not a brush that I would typically use, but it just like looks, and it just really makes the foundation look flawless. Okay, so no foundation at all. Foundation. Right? Pretty good. Not bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and apply what's left of here. I think I need another pump, but honestly, I feel like I applied way too much on the first side anyways. Like, it really blends into the skin easily. Like, this is so minimal, the effort that I'm putting in blending this out with this brush. It even did a pretty good job. I have a bad blemish on my chin right now, and it did a pretty good job of covering that up, covering up my redness around my nose. Those are kind of like my main problem areas. But just wanted to talk a little bit more about this foundation. I'm really liking it. This is one layer, and I feel like it gives a really nice like medium coverage. It definitely covered up a lot of redness in my chin area, around my nose. It covered up quite a bit of my freckles, but not an astronomical amount, so you can still see my beauty marks, which I personally like in a foundation. I don't like anything too full coverage where it's like, I don't know, I just like to see skin through. So this is supposed to be a lightweight, medium to full buildable coverage foundation. I definitely think it's medium. I do think that you would be able to build this up to a full coverage if you wanted, like for example, you wanted to cover up, you know, your birthmarks, or you had a really bad pimple or whatever it may be. I do think that this foundation will be able to build. It says it controls oils while smoothing over pores and fine lines, and it is infused with green tea for anti-oxidation, so it's not going to oxidize. So it's supposed to be a long wearing foundation with a natural finish. So I definitely think it's a natural finish. It's not quite matte, but it's definitely not luminous or anything like that. I feel like natural is definitely the way to say. Maybe even like a satin finish. Not bad. Pretty impressed with the foundation so far. Again, the only bad note was the color range. So moving right on to the concealers, there's 5 shades in the collection. Usually that happens quite often. There's not as many shades in a concealer. But one thing that's odd is that it's $10.99 where the foundation is $9.99. I don't think I've ever seen that where a concealer is more expensive than a foundation, just because usually you get a lot more product in a foundation than you do in a concealer. But nonetheless, it really reminds me of the Maybelline Age Rewind with the kind of like sponge applicator, which I rip off. So this is what it looks like up close. Again, I don't even know if I said this, but this is the Pro Touch Under Eye Concealer. So as you guys can see, it does have that nice cushiony applicator at the very, very top. All right, so this is supposed to be ultra long lasting, full coverage concealer under dark circles, redness, discoloration, and hyperpigmentation. It contains a supreme what is happening? It contains a supreme soft cushion tip applicator, lightweight, oil-free, and waterproof. So that's pretty interesting. I might mix them. I might use Warm Nude, the darkest shade, but then pop on Ivory 120 to brighten up a little bit. We're starting with the shade Warm Nude, just under the eyes. Yeah, like this, I don't know. Under the eyeballs, center of the face. I do like the consistency of this. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of Ivory right under the eyes just to lighten it up. Oh my goodness, I just feel like this is gonna be like a cakey mess. Bear with me, peeps. Ooh, whoa. Okay, this is heavy duty. A little goes a long way. I definitely think that, well, one, I applied 2 shades, so that's double the product. So I think definitely only apply 1 shade so that you don't have this problem. How can I say this? It is full coverage for sure. Look at that. but it doesn't feel thick. It doesn't feel thick and it doesn't look thick either. It's also blending out really easily. As you guys can see, it's not taking me very long to blend this out. I'm also putting it on my eyelids just to really see, you know, if it discounts that kind of discoloration. I just need to take a moment right now. I know I look a little crazy because you always look a little deathly when you're just one shade, like without your rest of your makeup on, because especially with a full coverage foundation, this is full coverage. Now that the foundation has really dried, I'm loving it. It matches so nice to the rest of my body. I'm so obsessed. So definitely, if you are my shade, you're gonna love this warm nude 140. Oh my goodness. This is really, I'm so impressed right now. I haven't had this successful of a review in a while, so I'm like really losing my mind. But next we have some highlighter sticks. These are the Pro Touch stick highlighters. So this is what it looks like. It's nice, chic, white packaging. You get a lot of product and it's kind of a twisty tube like so. So the highlighter sticks go for $9.99 Canadian as well. There's 4 shades. It's supposed to be a cream to powder highlighter. I'm typically not fans of products that do that, like cream to powder, like one or the other, you know? But let's try these out. Okay, so they are super creamy. You have to be careful. I just broke off a chunk of this one of my arm. Oh, this one's really nice. I kind of feel what they mean by the whole powder, cream to powder. Let's just see. That's really nice. I feel like that would just look so pretty blended out with a beauty blender. I hope you guys can see these on camera. Wow. That one's really nice as well. So this is Moon Pearl. That one's really pretty. Radiant Pearl. So they all have pearls in their names. So I think I'm actually going to go in with Halo Pearl. I actually really liked Rose Pearl as well, but Halo Pearl seems to be where I'm at. I'm actually going to take it on my finger. I think that's the best way to apply it. Like, it's so buttery. And I'm just going to start kind of dabbing it. Your finger will help warm up the product and just make sure it blends right into the skin. Like, ugh. I definitely think that this is applying pretty naturally. So I think that I would still set these, to be honest. I really like that. It's very different from what I'm used to, but it's really nice. All right, I'm gonna jump off camera. I've been chatting my life away, so I'm gonna jump off camera and I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and then come back on and wrap up kind of everything that we talked about. All right, so I just finished the rest of my makeup and whoo, okay. So I wanted to give a couple of quick kind of updates on my thoughts on some of these products. So the highlighter, I ended up not setting it with anything. I really wanted to see what it could look like once everything was kind of on it. And I think that it's a really pretty kind of glowing within highlight. Like, as you can see, it's nothing kind of like bam in your face, but it's stunning. Like, it catches the light nicely. So definitely really like that. I think that if I was going out, I would just top it with a little bit of powder highlight that I know is a little bit more zhuzh to it, to really catch the light. And I think that paired would look so stunning. For the foundation, I'm totally loving it. I think that my skin looks really good with it. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that, which was a little bit of a fear. Sometimes with medium to full coverage foundations, I just find that they just automatically look cakey on your first try because you're just not quite sure how much to put. I did use a brush as well, but that being said, I do think that it looks really great. I don't think that it looks cakey on the skin whatsoever, especially in those areas that you find yourself get cakey quite often, which is for me around the nose. One thing about the concealer is I'm actually not totally sold on the concealer, but I'm gonna give it another try tomorrow, and then in the description box, like usual, I will give you guys an update because I did use 2, which added 2 layers, and I think that was just too much. With this concealer, it is a full coverage concealer. It's not thick in consistency, but I think having the 2 layers was just way too much because I'm finding that it's really creasing quite a bit. I had to go in again and set it and pat it back out. And that's not something that I like to do with my concealers. Like, throughout the day, I'm really not one to touch up my makeup throughout the day. especially at work and stuff like that. I'm so busy. So I like products that really are an apply, set, and you're good to go until 5 p.m. type of thing. Overall, I'm really liking the foundation. Honestly, the foundation gets 2 thumbs up. The highlight is kind of like a 1 thumbs up. I really do like an intense highlighter, but I think that this is really, it is a nice highlighter. Don't get me wrong. And if you do like something a little bit more on the natural side, you will really like this highlighter. The formula itself is super soft, easy to blend into the skin, which is phenomenal. So I just wanted to talk about the last product. I'm sorry that I didn't use it in today's video, but honestly, it was just going to be a little bit too much, I think. I think it was just going to be a little bit too much to use this powder foundation on top of a full coverage foundation itself. Anyways, the last product that I just wanted to quickly mention, I'm not going to swatch them or anything like that. I'm just going to show you guys. This is the Pro Touch Matte Powder Foundation. So this is a powder foundation, which I actually really like on days where I just wear concealer. So as you can see, this is what the packaging looks like. It just opens at the bottom, and then you have a nice mirror and then a little sponge applicator. I never really use sponge applicators in that kind of sense. And then this is the foundation. So it's super velvety to the touch. I really like the way that felt. This is soft tan. This is porcelain, nude beige. These aren't in order either, guys, sorry. Classic ivory, warm nude. So yeah, the powder foundation comes in 5 different shades. I find with powder foundations, you can kind of get away with not having a perfect match. But like I said, 5 shades, and it goes for it goes for $9.99 Canadian. A little bit more information. It is a velvety matte finish with medium to full buildable coverage. Use dry as a matte powder or wet as a velvety matte liquid foundation. What? I've never heard of that. I'm gonna do a separate review on this. This is crazy. I had no idea. What? Stay tuned, guys. We're gonna test it out. We're gonna test it out, not today, obviously, because we already have a full face, but we're gonna test that out. What? I've never heard of that. Let me know down below if you've heard of that, or if you've tried this and you've tried it wet. Like, oh my God, that sounds so cool. I'm gonna conclude the video on that note, that really exciting note. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know down below if you've ever tried Kiss products, or if you're gonna be trying any of the ones that I mentioned today in this video. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the reviews here on my channel. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.